Hello. Welcome to your asynchronous art integration. What you're going to be doing is engaging in a sequence of art integrative activities around the theme of weather, exploring weather. So obviously this comes, you can see here on the screen, from the Kennedy Center. They have so many great resources, so I know I will have provided that link for you. But today you're going to kind of be just experiencing it, so it gives you a taste of what's to come when you begin doing your own arts integration lessons in your classroom. So this lesson is around 3rd to 5th grade, but I think it could certainly be scaled up to 6th grade, down to kindergarten in many different ways. So I hope there are elements of this that you end up wanting to take to your own classroom. All right, so the title of this is How Does Weather Influence Our Culture, Our Daily Life, and Mood? You can see these learning objectives here. You're going to be, today, you'll be identifying and describing elements of art found in selected works of art. So we'll be looking at pieces of art. Specifically, we'll look at color, we'll look at the shape and form, we'll look at line, texture, space, and value. You're going to compare the impact of weather on cultures, describe the difference between weather and climate, right? So we're seeing this integration of subject matters here, right? We're seeing the art, we're seeing the science, we're seeing the social studies. You'll be analyzing the depiction of weather and the seasons in works of art. You'll analyze, assess, and derive meaning from works of art, including your own you'll be creating today. Using these elements of art, principles of design, and aesthetic qualities. You'll create an original artwork, and hopefully we'll have, it'll be, of course, asynchronous discussion and critiquing works of art. All right, so I'm going to take you first in this first video through the engagement part, okay? So you will find, I will have also given you a Google link at this stage, and you will have been given that to do. So I want you to imagine right now we are a group of students, and I take you outside, and I'm engaging you to gather either around the window or outside. And I just ask you these very straightforward questions. What is the weather today? What is our current season? How would you describe the palette of colors associated with this season? So you can see the questions are getting a little harder. What objects or changes in the environment provide clues about the weather or the season? What's your favorite type of weather and kind of weather, and why? All right, so I'm going to ask you at this point to pause this video, head over to the Google Doc, and there should be 3 slides available for you. You can either go and take a really interesting photo of something maybe outside your window, or you can certainly write out a description. You can use any of these questions or more than one. Please do write your name, all right? So you can take a text box and make that happen. So pause this as you need. Welcome back. I hope that you can see, if you were the first one there, maybe you didn't get to read anyone else's, but I hope hopefully you maybe can go back and check it out and see what other people said about the weather that they were having. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a series of paintings, and I'm not going to give you anything to do right now other than as I go through these works of art, for you to just observe. All right, so I'm actually going to make my picture go away momentarily, and I'm going to just spend probably 2 or 3, 4 seconds on each painting, and not giving you any other information other than that. You can certainly pause and spend longer on any painting that you want. Hello. Hope you enjoyed looking at those paintings. Well, I'm going to ask you to look at them again one more time. So this first time you just observed. But this time I want you to focus your thinking around these questions. Each of these questions are on the slides as well. This time I want you to focus around light. How is light expressed in the painting, right? So that is indeed exactly what I mean, like light, the visual light. What kind of feeling or mood does that painting generate for you? It's personal, right? And then finally, how are the colors used to convey light or darkness? So take your time, pause when needed. I'm going to, again, go through the paintings, and please spend time on them as you will. And you'll find that you're going to share around one painting that you've been assigned on the Google. I'm going to go ahead and start showing you the slides again. Hi there, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed kind of thinking through that a little bit. So I've only given you one to kind of express how you feel, but I hope you kind of thought through all of them. What you'll do now is you'll go to the Google Slides. You're going to go to your slide and answer the questions, and keeping in mind that there are no wrong answers here. You certainly can explain how the painting made you feel, that feeling or mood. A couple of bullet points here. How is light expressed, right? So for me in this particular painting, it looks to me like the light behind those clouds is really wanting to get from behind them, right? Those little bright lights are wanting to get behind, but those deep dark clouds are kind of keeping them back. How were the colors used to convey light or darkness? Here, the deep green that is used in some elements really give it to me a heavy feeling, and to me that's darkness. We do have this light peeking through, but it's a very dark scene. I think something impending is happening here. If I were going to describe the mood, it's almost an impending doom, some anticipation and anxiety there. All right. So go take your time, go do that, pause this video. We'll come back for one more part of the engagement. All right, so hopefully you went over and expressed yourself there as we engage with these works of art. Finally, though, we're going to bring in a little bit of culture, right? Culture and geography here. I've got two images, and again, this is all from the Kennedy Center. I just want to kind of say again how terrific their lesson plans are. An overarching question is, how do seasons and weather around the world impact culture? And even more deeper than that, what can you infer, right? Inferring being one of those high Bloom's taxonomy verbs that we want our students to do. What could you infer about the two cultures during this season, right? And thinking about culture as, our ways of life, how we experience the world. What is it like in Salzburg, Austria during winter? And then compare that to winter, which is also referred to as the rainy season in Costa Rica. You will go over and you can see there is Google as well. You just need to do one or the other, right? I infer something about Austria, or I infer something about Costa Rica. All right, and make sure you write your name there. That's the end of the engagement portion. You will move on to the next part of this lesson in the next video.